What if I told you you're not lazy and you have just trained your brain to avoid effort? In this video, I'll show you why you feel lazy even when you're capable, what's actually happening in your brain, and 5 simple things that actually help me fix it. This is the chapter breakdown. I've completed my MBA from an IIM, handled the hectic first year and placement season, done multiple internships, and still I wake up and hit snooze 3 times. I delay things I know are important, and for the longest time, this made no sense to me. Because on paper, I look like someone who has their life together, but in reality, I still struggle with the most basic thing, just getting myself to do the work. And I know I'm not the only one. You plan your day, you set your goals, you say, from tomorrow, my life is sorted. But when it's time to actually do the work, your brain goes, let's start in 10 minutes. Let's just check Instagram first. Let's eat something first. And suddenly, 2 hours are gone. So, chapter 1, the truth about laziness. So, I used to think maybe I'm just lazy, maybe I don't have discipline. But here's what changed everything. Your brain is not designed to make you successful. It's designed to save you energy. So anything that feels hard, uncomfortable, or unfamiliar, your brain resists it. Not because you're lazy, but your brain is doing its job. Scrolling is easy. Watching videos is easy. Overthinking is easy. But sitting and working, effort, focus, discomfort. So your brain picks the easier option. And the more you repeat this, the more your brain learns. This is what we do when things get hard. So laziness is not who you are. It's what you are practiced. Chapter 2, the shift that changed everything. This one shift changed a lot because I realized I don't need to become a completely different person overnight. I just need to make starting easier. So instead of asking, how do I become disciplined? I asked, how do I make this easier for my brain? Chapter 3, what actually worked. 1. No unrealistic plans. I stopped making long to-do lists. Earlier, I would write 10 things for the day and then I would end up doing maybe 2 and feel like I failed. Now, I just write 3 things and that's it. And suddenly, it feels doable. 2. I stopped waiting to feel motivated. Because honestly, I almost never feel like it. So instead of depending on motivation, I fixed a time. For example, I'm going to do something from 5 to 6. So I'll just sit and work. Not I'll finish everything, but I'll sit. And most of the time, once I sit, I ended up doing something. And remember, something is always better than nothing. Look at this graph for reference. 3rd, I fixed my mornings. This one changed a lot. Waking up early was almost impossible for me. Alarms did not work, motivation did not work, so I tried something different. I gave myself a reason to wake up. Something that I actually look forward to doing. Watching something I like, just scrolling something. These days I'm more into playing games. The reason behind it is that when you think you're supposed to wake up and complete this many tasks, your brain automatically gets scared and tries to avoid it by not waking up in the first place. So instead, if we make it rewarding, like for me it is, I just have to wake up and I get to play games, woohoo, then my brain starts cooperating and I wake up all excited. So find something that excites you that much. 4. I started using simple affirmations. Not the fake ones like I love working 10 hours, I'm so productive. My brain doesn't believe all that. So I made them realistic. I just need to start. I can do 10 minutes. Starting is enough for now. Something is always better than nothing. And this sounds small, but it removes the resistance. 5. I made starting stupidly easy. Not 2 hours, just 10 minutes. Because starting is the real problem, not the work itself. Have you ever noticed that once you start something, it's actually not that bad and it starts to get easier? But before starting, it feels the biggest task in the world. That's your brain resisting the effort. So if you reduce the effort required to start, you kind of trick your brain. And this worked for me more than anything, any motivation ever did. Chapter 4, what changed for me? Now, I'm not saying I've become super disciplined or I've completely fixed everything. I still have days when I do nothing. When I'm unproductive, I still procrastinate. But the difference is I understand what's happening now, and therefore I don't call myself lazy anymore. I just ask myself, is this too big? Am I too overwhelmed? Or can I just start smaller? Because instead of ruining the whole day, I restart with something small and that builds the momentum. So if you have been calling yourself lazy, pause. You're not lazy. You're just trained to choose comfort. And you can train yourself differently. Not with extreme discipline, but by making things easier to start. Because growth does not come from guilt, it comes from understanding yourself. So, yes, I still feel lazy sometimes. But now I know that's not the full story. And this is something I'm actively working on. Understanding how my brain works and building systems that actually help me show up. One thing I realized, maybe it's not always me, maybe it's what's around me, my surroundings. So, next, I want to break that down, how your surroundings are setting you up for failure and how to fix it. So, if you're trying to get your life together, but it still feels harder than it should, you might want to stick around for that. Bye for now.